Hey, Mark.
Hey, Bart.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just looking for somewhere to hang my jacket. Oh, hey, how about here?
No, this area is just for MLB game-worn jackets.
MLB game-worn jackets. Can we see some?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've always loved that rack of jackets there, Mark. What you got?
Got quite a few, pretty good variety, but I'll show you some of my favorites today.
Great.
All right, let's start with this Milwaukee Braves jacket from their pennant-winning and world championship season of 1957.
Look at that.
This beauty was worn by Red Schoendienst in the 1957 season.
I thought Red Schoendienst was like Cardinals.
Excellent memory, he was, but sandwiched towards the end of his career, he had 1957 through 1960 with the Milwaukee Braves. After that, he went back to the Cardinals for about 3 years.
Wow, that is a badass jacket.
Yeah, it's so cool. Made by Wilson, size 42, with the tomahawk and the Braves font.
And that collar.
Yeah, the collar spectacular with the matching waist and sleeves. Just a thing of beauty. They took such pride in the garments back then. So this jacket got quite a bit of wear, but it's certainly not abused. It's in great shape.
It is beautiful.
Yeah, one of my favorite designs, one of the classic logos of the mid-century.
Wow, another burgundy beauty, huh?
Yeah, isn't that beautiful? That's it. Just kidding. This one is another Braves. This is Boston Braves before they moved to Milwaukee. And you might be saying, well, what's so great about that? That's just kind of plain looking. It looks like a generic satin jacket.
Well, a very nice one.
But then you turn it around.
Look at that.
Yeah, isn't that a magnificent logo?
I'll say.
That's the Boston Braves. He was just a majestic Indian chief. And I'll tell you, this is the thickest, most lush felt patch that's sewn onto the back there. It's just
that is amazing. So what year would that be about, you think?
This is about 1948. There's something even more special about it. This jacket was worn by Warren Spahn.
Warren Spahn.
Yep, and Spahn autographed it along the leather sleeve. Beautiful, thick Sharpie autograph. It's a Wilson, heavy, heavy jacket. These ones with the leather sleeves have some real weight to them. Can't you just see the pitchers warming up, or even on the base pads? They would wear their jackets.
That's a heavy jacket to be running around the bases on, huh?
Super heavy. You can't even associate it with anything athletic because it just weighs so much. But that's how it was back in the day.
I see an Indian of another nature.
Yes, this is the other team of the Native American nature. It's the Big Nose Chief Wahoo. He's actually my favorite of all the Chief Wahoos. He's the earliest one. He's got the big smile with the big ice cube teeth, the wide open eyes, and the big nose, and the wonderful feather. I just think it's a fantastic logo that they had back in the day.
Oh, it's so beautiful, in such great condition.
Yeah, it's another Wilson. They were the predominant jacket maker back in the day.
Right, so this would be around the same time?
Yeah, this would be late 40s,
right.
About the same time as the Spahn. I kind of like the solid red with no striping. It just works for this jacket. Now on this one, we're not sure who wore it. Could have been Bob Feller, could have been Mike Hegan. We just don't know. But it is a beautiful garment nonetheless.
It is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Wahoo. Well, that's a beautiful one. Really pop in there, huh? With the charcoal gray and the red and the white.
Yeah, this is one of the older ones and one of the much tougher ones to find.
It looks brand new.
And this is the jacket that the Phillies wore. This is the uniform style they had from 1935 to 1941. So it's basically a pre-war jacket. In terms of the writing and the font, they didn't stick with that style for very long. I don't know what player wore it, but it is just a beauty with the big red buttons. Later they would go to snaps.
Those buttons are so fun. And that font, I wonder why they ever changed it. Isn't that the greatest?
I know, I thought it was great too. This one was made by Mitchell and Ness, which was an outfitter in the Philadelphia area.
That makes sense. Now that P almost looks like Pittsburgh, but we know that can't be Pittsburgh because it's red again.
No, that is a Philadelphia P, circa 1950 or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what a spectacular jacket this is. When you get up close, it's almost velvety. It does feel like velvet or velour.
Yeah, the material is special. I can't tell even what it is.
Yeah, and the P is just this classic kind of Art Deco P with the white highlighting. Again, we don't know who wore this jacket because there's no player identifier, but it's got the beautiful Phillies word mark on the back.
With the stars?
With the stars above the eye. I just love this one. The style and the Americana is just off the charts with this one.
You just want to put one on. They look so comfortable.
Oh, they are amazing, and they would keep the players warm for sure. They are thick.
Wow, look at that lining.
Yeah, fuzzy wool lining. Philadelphia being the city of independence, it just seems to work so well with the red, white, and blue.
It really does. Speaking of heavy, now that thing looks heavy.
Yeah, my shoulder will never be the same after holding this thing up for a few minutes. And I think I finally figured out why the St. Louis Browns were always the doormat in the American League. Because they were weighed down by a jacket that weighs 15 pounds. God, this thing is so heavy. Part of it is the leather sleeves, but the material is so thick. And it's got the big, thick buttons. This would be a St. Louis Browns jacket from about the late 30s to the mid 40s or so.
The sleeves are so long.
Yeah, it looks like it's almost built more for an orangutan than a human being. In fact, an orangutan would look really good in this jacket because it would be a color match.
Those colors.
Yeah, despite the age of this thing, the brown is so deep and the orange lettering with the white highlights is so bright.
And that's a substantial logo they put on there too.
Oh, it sure is. That is one major patch. And when you get up close, you're going to see the ribbing to this jacket is just unlike any material that we've had so far. And this one is made by King Company. So it's a very unusual maker, probably based out of St. Louis, I would guess. But just a fantastic example of a rare Browns jacket.
Cubbies.
Gotta do the Cubbies. You don't see many vintage Cubs jackets ever go up for auction. And this one was special, so I grabbed it. This is the jacket of Bob Talbot.
Bob Talbot.
Yeah, this would be an early 50s Cubs jacket, as evidenced by the logo with this kind of cutout portion here. Later they would fill that in with a complete C. But I love this early 40s style. I mean, again, pure Americana. Look at those colors. Looks like it could be worn in a 4th of July parade. One thing I love about this jacket is the very subtle leather lining to the opening of the pockets. Little strip of red leather. Cool jacket for the Cubbies.
Beautiful. Bob Talbot.
Bob Talbot.
Some bird's getting ready to connect.
Yeah, isn't that a great red bird? Looks like he's going to pop one out of the ballpark, doesn't he? This is the jacket of Vinegar Bend Mizell, one of the better baseball names of all time.
You just made that up.
No, that's his name, Vinegar Bend Mizell. This is a 1950s jacket with his number 33 on the sleeve. Made it really easy to identify because they always put the number on the sleeve, which is nice for collectors. Similar to the Phillies, it's got that almost velvety, kind of like a Star Trek tunic would feel. But it's a substantial heavy jacket. I love the solid blue at the waist and at the collar. You've got the leather openings with the little arrows top and back, so I think those reinforcements probably helped it from tearing. As many times as you put your hands in and out of your jacket on a cold day.
Cool design too.
Yeah, design-wise and functionality-wise both. It works. So it's really a cool jacket. Blank on the back, but a very clean look. To me, that Cardinal batter really pops. He just stands out and looks beautiful.